you're supposed to do it, but when was the last time you cleaned your makeup brushes?
Joining us today is Casey from Bella Vita with tips and tricks for keeping your brushes in tip-top shape.
Now,
Thanks
Casey,
for joining us,
yeah,
Casey.
you gave me that look like you know most women are not doing this, right?
No. In the years I've been in the makeup business, they come in and they're like, my makeup streaks when this comes on. I'm like, it's full of foundation. So.
Yeah, so they're not doing it like it's. I have a pair, or a set of brushes I've had for years. I've never cleaned them. How bad is that? Am I going to get all kinds of terrible diseases?
They're your brushes. So they're going to get it from you.
Okay, but like seriously though, can you get like eye infections or things like that?
Yes, you can. Especially like if they're your brushes, there's less of a chance because it's you using them. But if you get sick, you replace your toothbrush. If you have an eye infection, you would want to clean your brushes.
Okay, that's a very good point. So how often should we be doing this then?
Once a week or every other week. You're way
No,
behind. You were so
Once a
behind.
week? Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, now I'm really embarrassed. I cleaned them last week. One of the things, people spend a lot of money on brushes. I mean, there's some brushes that are like $80 for that one brush. And I think a lot of times people are scared to do it because you're afraid it's going to turn into a big matted mess.
And that depends on the way that you do clean it.
Okay, so how do we do it correctly?
Well, it all depends, number one, on what type of brush you have. At La Bella Vita, we use the Aveda brushes, which are made of Taclon. It's an acrylic fiber that they manufacture, and so it has no animal hair or anything like that. If you have animal hair brushes, you would clean it a little differently.
Okay.
But with our brushes, what you do is just get a really nice shampoo, and you would just put like a little in a bowl or maybe on the back of your hand or something like that, and then just take and tap your brush into it.
Okay.
Go ahead and get it wet, and then just use your own hand as a palette to go back and forth and kind of clean the brush out, and that gets all that makeup out.
Yeah.
And it doesn't damage it. Then you're just going to rinse it off. And
So is it a problem, let's say, if you put it upside down underneath the faucet running?
Yes.
So you want to put it in a bowl and kind of just swish it?
You kind of want to swish it around or run it under the water really nicely, and then you're just going to kind of blot it off a little bit, bring it back into the natural shape, and then when you're drying them, don't dry it so that anything runs into the glue of the handle and dislodges the handle. I always put them out on like a rolled up towel and let it drain off into the towel.
Okay. Once a week, you're supposed to clean your brushes. I didn't know that. I'm so embarrassed. Thank you so much for coming in.
You bet.
Well, earlier in our show,